Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. We now got pack 3 of the Agora Models release to build the Jaguar E-Type. Wow, pack 3, that came across really quick, didn't it? It doesn't seem too long ago that we did pack 2. Matter of fact, let me show you what we've done up to pack 2. As you can see, we've got one of the tyres. We've been working on the engine, probably best on the top camera there, looking just like that. We did one of the seats, which is all cushioned in this like leathery material. It does feel really, I keep touching this, it's quite a nice touch there. And then finally, we've got the steering wheel, all metal, looking like that. And we also did both of the doors. So we've got that one there and that one there, just like that. Now, in this stage, or this pack, we're going to be working on the frame. So for that reason, the video is going to be slightly different to what you've seen in pack 1 and 2. I'm actually going to do this as a whole. There is different stages going along, but I think it's better to do this as a whole. And as I go through it, you'll see what I mean and why I'm doing it that way. There is one stage right at the end, which is a little bit special, and I'll save that to when we get to that. But if you want to get this for yourself, I'll put the link down here to the Agora Models website. You can get this all the way from pack 1. And over there at the moment, let's see if I can do this. You've got the Super Snake, the Cobra, the Terminator, the Bismarck, the Zero Fighter, obviously the Jaguar, the Routemaster Bus, the New York Fire Truck, and the Leopard Tank. Did I say that? That's 9. I think we're doing good. So that's all over at the Agora Models website. But without further ado, let's get cracking. There we go. I've laid out all of the sections of the subframe here. They look all like that. Now this is basically stages 16 to 23. 23 is not here at the moment. And the reason for that is because I'm saving that to the end. If you watched the live stream last night, you've already seen it, but it's so impressive. I am going to save it till this one. But all of this links to each other, which is probably why it's best to actually tackle this all in one go. So stage 16 here, we've got the right inner subframe looking like that. And we don't actually do anything. That's why I'm working on this all in one go, because we're going to be linking it to some of these suspension items that we've got here. These are basically the wishbones. Oh, you can tell it's Friday. And as you can see, we've got some screws here. These are type AM03 screws, or AM03. So to start off with, I'm going to put this down just like that there, and we need the first wishbone. Now we want the one that's got this curved section on like that, not the one that's a hard triangle in the middle. That's just going to go into this tab just here, show you on the side camera like that. And then we're going to be closing that off on the other end with this brace that looks like that. So the brace is just going to go onto this section, and then that is going to link everything together. So as you can see, that's the first one in place. In a similar fashion, we're just going to take the next wishbone here, having it this way round. Again, same technique. We're going to be putting that in the bottom and just into, whoops, this side here. So they're both being held by this cross brace here. So when that's in, it should look just like that on both sides. So obviously we need to keep this into place. So I'm just going to put that gently down, open these screws up. And we're going to be putting 2 of these just into the holes of either side of that cross brace there. Now, absolutely everything in this pack is metal. Everything. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So that's the first one going in. Basically, the screws are just going into the holes here and just at the end. That will keep that in. I'm going into metal, so I am putting some oil on this too. That'll help to drive that in. Keep that in secure. And that is all there is to do in that stage. So, moving on to the next stage. And in a similar fashion to what we've done, we've got the left-hand side. That was the right-hand side we done there. This is the left-hand side. So I could put that to one side, and then we'll bring up stage 19, which once again is the wishbones, the screws, and the cross brace. So again, having it this way round, we're going to be taking the wishbone with the curved section there, and that's just going to go into this end like we did last time. We'll put the cross brace piece over the top, and that will keep that one in like that. And then just like last time, we're going to be putting this wishbone in this way round so that this section's facing out, just into the hole here, into that cross brace again, and there we go, that's in place. And once again, just some AM03 screws to screw that cross section down. So one this side, and one the other side. So now we've got two of these done, the right one and the left one. In stage 20, we've got the front cross member where we're going to be mounting the two sides that we've just created together. We've got some AM03 screws and we've also got some AM15 screws. Now what I do is I'm going to hold the front cross member this way round. I've got the left brace here, and as you can see we've got a track along the top, and we've got the same sort of like inverted of that track just there. This is just going to go on top like this and then slide it together so it's a tight fit. There we go. It's going to hold its own weight anyway, and that's what that should look like when it's in. Now we're going to use the AM15 screws to keep that into place, and that's just going to go through this larger hole on this section here. So put that in, and that'll hold both of these pieces together. And in a similar fashion, we're going to be doing exactly the same on the other side. So once again, I'll put this channel here down this section, get it all in and slide it into place like that. Take an AM15 screw, and in a similar fashion, just put that in there, and that'll keep both of those parts together. So when they're both in, you've got the screws at the top, they're all done. We've just got to put some screws down the bottom here, and they are AM03 screws. Now I do have these left over from the original stage, but they're just going into the bottom just here. So one this side and one the other side. So looking like that, that's all there is to do in that stage. So moving swiftly on to stage 21. We've got a couple of braces in here, and these are for the right hand side. We want the larger one to start off with, and basically this is going to be going into this little indent that you see there, just like that. Now further down this, you've got this point here, which is a fixing point, which is going to go into that screw hole here. So when that's in there, we're going to be able to put a screw in from the underside here, which I'm just about to turn over, to keep that all into place. And in that we've got the screw of choice at the moment, which is the AM03 screw, looking like that. That's just going to go through this side, and it should hold that cross brace in from this side here. And then we've got the diagonal brace looking like that. Again, all of this is metal. We want it this way round with the flat end down, and that's just going to go onto the end here, and it's just going to go onto the side when I've rotated it round, kind of like that. That's how that's going to look. So we're going to secure this down first at this side with an AM03 screw. Now I've only put that in loose now because we have got a lug to go into the top there, so I'm just going to push that in where it goes, like that, and then I can tighten this fully up. That's the diagonal brace in. Now just so you know, we haven't connected this section up here, which is fitting into that recess. That stays just like that for the minute. That's all there is to do so far in that stage. So then bringing over the last stage of the frame that we're working from, exactly the same thing we've just done, but on the other side. So once again, we've got this section just going in here, turn it over. It's going to be secured from the underside there with an AM03 screw. It's quite good how this goes together, I have to say. I haven't really had any problems at all with building this up. Make sure that's nice and tight. Also going to make sure that that square is sitting in the recess like it's meant to. Now they do say in the instructions, if you're having problems fitting that in there, just scrape some of the paint off, but as you can see, mine's perfectly flush. And then we've just got the diagonal brace here, which is going into the side. So I've got the lug at the top, make sure that goes in okay. Put the bottom on and then secure that together with an AM screw, AM03 screw. Just like that. Make that nice and tight. And there we go. That is the frame with the suspension components in place. And that is all there is to do with that part of the frame. So we can put that to one side because the last stage, not much to do, but check this out. We've got the bonnet. Now I'm going to keep this in here, I think, but I am going to open it just so you can see what it looks like. And there you go. What a thing of beauty. Got to take this out. Really heavy and looks just like that. Look at the paintwork on that. And the vents. Oh my God, this is lovely. Absolutely lovely. And it's flawless. But I'm going to put that to one side because there are some really tiny bits in here. We've got some AG01 screws. And if I just put this out gently like that, as you can see, it looks like we've got a left-hand side hubcap. We're not using that at the moment, but we do have the Jaguar growler badge, which is going to be going into the motive bar. Now this is tiny. Check that out. But to make sure you put it in the right way, it does have a little keyhole pattern. So it's actually going to go in here. So we just match that pattern off so we can get this all the way in like that. And it's held in with an AG01 screw, which comes in this pack. And these are really tiny. Really, really tiny. Look, check this out. Look at that. So that's going to go into the other side here. Put that all the way in. And then that's the motive bar done. And that, with these parts here, the frame and this gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous bonnet, is all there is to do in that pack. So a lot shorter than the normal packs we do, but every single thing is metal, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So I need to find a place to keep this nice and safe now, ready for pack 4 when that comes out. But once again, if you want to get this for yourself, put the link down here. It's also in the video description. But I really do hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.